Zone has been unbelievable so far this year.
Yeah, Dylan, Garzone averaging over 14 points per game, leading the team with 37 made threes on 38% shooting. And on the other side, Northwestern, Taylor Williams draws back in the starting lineup. A one-game absence for her, and this is a player that's really valuable for this Northwestern team, averaging over 10 points, 9 rebounds, almost over 3 offensive rebounds a night, so earning a lot of second chance opportunities for the Cats.
And as Perry mentioned in the open, the Battle of the Bigs will play a huge battle today. Of course, Taylor Williams coming into this matchup along with Kaylee Walsh and Grace Overland, sure to make an impact. Here we see Garzone's stats. The 3-point field goals converted in 8 straight games. She is sure to light it up. Northwestern now making their way out onto the court for the opening tip of tonight's game here in Welsh Ryan Arena. Williams ready for the tip. Referee gets set underneath at half court, and we are underway here in Evanston. Caroline Lau leads it up the court. Quick pass to Harder, and now they slow it down. Walsh over to Jones. Looking for the pass. Harder came to help. Instead, they go down low for Walsh. Turnaround shot just misses. Now Indiana leading it up the other way. It's Sydney Parrish, but she's going to get called for a travel. Northwestern to take early possession.
And just a bad mistake by Sydney Parrish. Not sure what she was going to do with the ball and just took an extra step.
Parrish playing with that knee brace. Missed a few games earlier this season. Lau, the pass now towards the near side to Harder. Working down low is Williams into the paint, spinning, but it's off the outside of the backboard. Quick up now the other way. Garzone with the lead pass over to Chesky. The pass down low underneath the basket. Meister's shot rolls right off the rim, and Walsh with the rebound. Lau bringing it up the court. Hands it right over to Kyla Jones, who cuts in towards her right at the free throw line. The left-handed layup is just no good on that one. Garzone. Pass towards Parrish. Now all the way to the corner. A 3 from Chesky on the way. Right off the rim. Rebounded by Lau. At half court with it. No points so far through 1 minute of play for either team. A little bit of a mishandle. Lau gets it back. At the elbow. Looking for the pass. It's out of the hands of Jones. And Indiana gets it right back. Chesky flying up ahead. Finds more McNeil. Garzone over towards Parrish. Now Meister. Cross-court pass. More McNeil. Cuts in. Now the shot off the backboard won't go.
Just a little bit sloppy play here to start. Teams are combined 0 for 7 from the field. 2 turnovers. Neither team has gotten it going so far.
Lau towards her left. Gives it to Jones. Now at Williams at the top of the key. Now Walsh. Walsh looking for the pass. Kyla Jones. Had an open look, passed over to Harder, now Williams. Williams spinning, looking for the pass, out to Jones, the 3, no good. And the rebound comes down for Meister. Chesky, the quick pass up ahead for Garzone. Some heavy contact and a blocking foul is called on Kaylee Walsh.
There's a lot of back and forth action. On one side, Kyla Jones has only attempted 1 3 a game this season, and Indiana was playing it like that. On the other side, Kaylee Walsh just not in position. And we take a look at Terry Moore in the 11th year at Indiana's helm. 236 career wins with the Hoosiers. Was an assistant here back in the day at Northwestern for 2 seasons, 1998 to 2000.
Also the program's all-time win leader. Now Yarden Garzone heads to the free throw line, 94.3% free throw shooter. First one is good. The junior out of Israel gets the first points of the game.
And remarkably, not the best free throw shooter on her own team is Shea Chesky, shoots 94.4%.
Multiple shooters over 90%. Definitely going to be something Northwestern has to keep in mind today as Garzone hits the second one. So an early 2-0 lead for Indiana, a little over 2 minutes into this game. Daly has entered the game now, goes around the screen from Walsh, gives it back to her. Walsh will fire, bouncing off the rim, it's good! Kaylee Walsh gives Northwestern the lead with her first 3 and the first points of the game for Northwestern. Garzone to Parrish, right back to Garzone. cuts to her right, pass is deflected, off of the hands of Mel Daly, and now a foul is called on Garzone.
Kaylee Walsh getting going. Entered the starting lineup for the first time this season 3 games ago and gets the shooter's touch on that 3 to fall.
Walsh only shooting 20% from beyond the arc coming into this game. Gets the early bucket. Daly with the pass looking for Walsh, deflects off the hands of Meister. Possession will remain with Northwestern. Lau will be the one to inbound. Daly in motion, pass goes over to her. Now Daly attacks the paint, pull-up jumper is good.
And that's a set they run specifically for Mel Daly, coming around 2 screens to catch the ball and turning and going back the other way to get to her sweet mid-range jumper.
Moore McNeil guarded by Harder. Flip it over to the other side for Parrish. Now Garzone controls. Moore McNeil drops it down low for Garzone. Right on the edge of the paint, kicks it out to Parrish. 8 on the shot clock. Garzone cutting in, shot is blocked. Comes all the way out for Moore McNeil. 3 from her, no good. Rebounded by Walsh. Lau, quick up the other way. Now slows it down, drops it for Walsh. Fakes the 3, but gets called for a travel.
A Northwestern team has played well so far, but they turn the ball over a lot. Minus 3.47 turnover margin, but look at Mel Daly, just so good at stopping on a dime, getting her shot where she wants it, and she scored 12 plus in 6 straight games, so kind of finding her groove so far.
Pass down low for Garzone, now underneath. Whistle blows there after a foul was called. That's Caroline Striplin who entered the game.
That's 2 fouls on Kaylee Walsh, and she's going to have to check out. So Walsh has made a positive impact early this game, but you can't pick up 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes or it's going to be a short leash and a long time on the bench.
And foul trouble has been an issue for Kaylee Walsh over these last 2 years. Quick 2 will send her to the bench. Striplin's first free throw is good. The 87.5% free throw shooter. Second free throw coming up for her. Transferred from Tennessee. Her second free throw is also good, so 5 to 4. All 4 points for Indiana coming off free throws. Caroline Lau across half court. Harder finds Daly. Daly slow with it. Takes the screen from Sullivan. Now kicks it over to Williams. Over towards Lau, now down low. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan looking for a play. Cuts towards her left. Pull-up jumper. Rattles around the rim and just falls off. Moore McNeil will bring it up the court. Finds Chesky quickly. Chesky attacking the paint. Kicks it out for Parrish. 3 from her. Bingo! Sydney Parrish takes the lead right back for Indiana. It's now 7-5.
And that's what Indiana likes to do. Let the 3s fly.
Daly finds Williams into the paint. The layup for her rolls right in.
And boy, are the Cats happy to have her back after missing the Washington game.
Cross court, now here's Garzone. First 3 from her, got it! Garzone hits the 3, just like we talked about in the open. So deadly from beyond the arc.
3rd in the Big Ten in 3 points made, and she's gonna shoot those all night if given the opportunity.
Lau looks for the shot, instead will pass it to Sullivan. Creates some space, gets down low, but can't get the layup to go. Chesky back the other way to Moore McNeil. Makes a move, cross-court pass to Parrish. Another 3, won't go, rebounded by Daly. Lau up the court. 10-7 Indiana leads here. Lau guarded by Chesky. Gives it over to Williams, who drops it off for Daly. Some contact, no whistle. Sullivan back to Daly. Looking for the pass to Williams. She gets pushed, and a foul is going to be called on Moore McNeil. Moore McNeil getting called.
266 career wins, so we've got a battle of the winningest coach on one bench and the winningest coach on another.
And it's proving to be a good one so far after that Mel Daly bucket. Cuts the lead to 1, now 10-9. Garzone, guarded by Harder, goes to her right, finds Chesky. Swings it out now over to Bargesser. Garzone back with it. Cuts to her left, tips off of the hands of Daly, but Parrish was able to control. Now Chesky with 5 on the shot clock. Finds Parrish, another 3, got it! Parrish with her second 3 of the game.
Parrish came into the game shooting just 9 for 37 from 3. That's 24%, but she's already hit 2 today.
Lau getting downhill. The jumper rolls off the rim and is rebounded by Garzone. Lead pass all the way up ahead, able to find Bargesser. Now slows it down. Had a cutting Striplin, didn't decide to pass it over to her. Now Chesky dishes it over to Parrish, who misses on the 3. Sullivan comes down with the rebound.
That's just feeding a hot hand. That's a good pass and a good shot for Parrish, even though she missed it. She was 2 of 3, and you want to keep taking those open looks if you're hot.
Garzone, known as the main 3-point shooter on this team, but Parrish definitely proving that she's not scared to take them either. Taylor Thomas into the game for Northwestern, just gives it away, was looking for the pass over towards Sullivan. Parrish leading it now, looks for the pass down low. Striplin with a jumper, won't go. Harder comes down with the rebound. Lau across half court, lead pass over to Sullivan. A quick shot from her, bounces off the rim, and Bargesser comes down with it. 3-on-2 quickly for Indiana if they hurry. Finds Garzone, she'll slow it down, finds Parrish, wide open 3, short off the rim.
Northwestern got lucky on that one. Sydney Parrish has already hit 2 threes. You have to close out on that. She had all the time in the world, and just sometimes it's too much time.
Behind the back dribble from Lau, runs into traffic, gets called for the dribble, or travel.
And that's a good job by Indiana, understanding that Caroline Lau likes to have the ball in her hand. She's such a good passer, but to be a good passer, she has to have the ball in her hands until she finds that perfect pass, and in that situation, she just held it too long.
Her second turnover of the game so far. That's been something that Caroline Lau has tried to work on throughout these years, is limiting those turnovers. Meister underneath the basket. Foul gets called on Taylor Thomas for a little bit of a shove there.
Lau, who's now on the bench, does already have 2 turnovers today, like you said, only averaging 3 this season, so she's cut that number down a little bit, but rough start for her so far.
Kyla Jones back into the game along with Zamaya Walton. Parrish with a shot underneath the basket. Some contact as she went up. She'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Just can't sweep the hand down. Zamaya Walton was in good position and then went for the steal almost, swiped down, and you're always going to get called for that foul. Even when you don't make contact with the hand, the refs are going to call that, and when you do make contact, they are definitely going to call it.
So Parrish will head to the line for 2. She's coming off a season-low 2 points versus UCLA, but really turning it around early on. This free throw misses, but already up to 6 points. She's a 71.4% shooter from the line.
Parrish is a grad student, her 3rd season at Indiana, played 2 at Oregon. She was an All-Big Ten honorable mention 2 seasons ago. Did not earn that recognition last season, but looking to get back there this year.
Now up to 7 points for someone who only averages 9.1 on the season. So Walton now running point with Lau sitting on the bench. Finds Daly. Swings it over to Kyla Jones at the top of the key, right back to Daly. Now Sullivan, a long jumper is good. 14-11 the score now.
Northwestern has to get Sullivan going. She had missed her first 3 shots, so good to see one go through for her.
Parrish over towards the far side to Bargesser. More McNeil. Finds Chesky. They swing it towards this near side. Parrish, another 3, just off. And Bargesser is able to come down with the rebound. A nice pass to Chesky. Makes a move, gets inside, and scores.
That was all created by the hustle of Lexis Bargesser. Came flying in for the offensive rebound and managed to get a pass out to the top of the key.
Daly to Jones. Takes the screen from Sullivan. Then the ball is stripped out of the hands, and it's going to be possession for Indiana.
Northwestern's 5th turnover of the game already. As we take another look, watch Bargesser come flying in, grabs the rebound as she's falling out of bounds, flips it over to Chesky, and a beautiful step-through move for the 2.
Completely fooling the Northwestern defense on that play. 16-11 now the lead for Indiana. Amendola into the game for Indiana. Has the ball as she looks for a pass. Instead goes towards her left, finds more McNeil. Back over to Amendola. Now finds Chesky. Down low for Meister, into the paint. Meister spinning, shooting, and scoring.
Indiana now getting kind of whatever they want offensively. Parrish has missed a couple wide open threes, but they're scoring inside, they're scoring outside. Northwestern has to do a better job defending the basketball.
Ray Sullivan controls, finds Walton. Walton, a pull-up three, just off. Chesky's able to come down with it. Chesky across half court. Thomas backs off. Now Daly comes on to defend. More McNeil. Shot clock turned off, 14 on the game clock. Now over towards Bargesser on the far side. Finds more McNeil. Dishes it down low for Meister, who's able to finish. 20-11 now, 3 seconds quickly. Zamaya Walton at half court. Finds Jones, doesn't get a shot away before the end of the buzzer.
Has kind of just been leaving her wide open in the corner, on the wing, wherever she wants to be. And that has to change if Cats want to get stops here in the second quarter.
More McNeil trying to get downhill. Kicks it out. Over to Lamandola. Looking for the pass. Finds Sandvik. Sandvik with 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to More McNeil. She'll fire a 3 right off the rim. Rolls out. Ball trickling out of bounds is saved by Taylor Williams. Caroline Lau moving up ahead quickly. Goes towards her left. Is able to dish it over to Mel Daly. Mid-range jumper won't go. Rebounded by Walsh. Finds Casey Harder as they reset. Harder slow with it at the logo. Over to Williams. Now Daly. 9 on the shot clock. Daly looking for the pass. Gives over to the Walsh. Spinning and scoring.
Great steal by Kaylee Walsh. It's rare you see a post player get that deep with that central positioning and made it easy to catch the feet inside.
Nice spin move from Meister, but the shot can't connect. Caroline Lau had a little bit of space and took it. Kicked it out to Walsh. Now Williams attacks the paint. The layup is good.
Northwestern, they're being more aggressive early in this quarter, getting inside looks, not forcing passes, scoring on their first 2 possessions.
Garzone. Over to More McNeil. She'll head to the free throw line. Now kicks it out for Garzone. She'll shoot a 3 and it won't go. Williams comes down with the rebound. Northwestern trying to cut into this lead. Harder at the logo. Finds Williams, now Lau. Very slow with it. Over to the top of the key is Daly. Finds Williams in the paint. She'll make a spin move, puts up a shot, and it rolls in.
Taylor Williams feasting early in this game, and she needs to.
Lead now down to 3 for Indiana. More McNeil will get called for an offensive foul.
It's all Northwestern early in this quarter as we see Taylor Williams just going all out here. A nice step through move to evade the defense of Lamandola. She is up to 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting and 3 rebounds early in this game.
Very impressive game so far for Taylor Williams. Northwestern happy to have her back in this lineup. Williams, she'll cut inside, left-handed layup off the backboard and in.
Now it's Northwestern's turn to feed the hot hand. Taylor Williams scoring on the right side, scoring on the left side. She's doing it all.
Parrish, the pass now. Sandvik comes all the way out for Garzone. She'll look for the pass. Instead, try to cut inside. It's stolen away by Mel Daly. Daly up ahead quickly. Now waits for some players to come up with her. Pass looking for Walsh, just couldn't connect with her. And Indiana takes possession right back. Garzone, the lead pass up ahead for Lamandola is tipped off her fingertips and out of bounds.
And the Cats got lucky there because the worst thing to do off a live ball turnover is give up a live ball turnover. You're not going to be able to get back in defense. A great job by Mel Daly to get the steal, but immediately threw it back away, and Northwestern got lucky. There's a streaking Indiana player down near the hoop, and Garzone just overthrew her by a little bit, so Northwestern retains possession.
Lau finds Daly. Now Sullivan at the top of the key. Lau underneath, it's Walsh. Trying to get a shot away, she does, but it won't go. And Parrish brings it up the court now for the Hoosiers. Quick pass to Garzone. Now it's Bargesser. Over to Sandvik. Sandvik into the paint. Spinning, looking for a shot. It's tipped off the fingertips of Sullivan, it looks like. Some good defense by Northwestern, not allowing any points for Indiana yet in this quarter. They are 4 for 5 on their last 5 field goals.
And they've done a much better job outside of one missed three by Yarden Garzon. They've done a good job of not giving up wide open three-point shooters, which they did for most of the first quarter.
Lau with the near turnover, the ball goes all the way to the backcourt. And over the back violation is called on Indiana. Great hustle from Caroline Lau to force that.
And good ball pressure too. Northwestern doing a much better job now of pressuring the ball. They were kind of playing off in the first quarter. This time, Caroline Lau pursuing, taking a little bit of a risk, but this time it pays off.
Daly into the paint. A shot won't go. Ade Musayo's into the game, couldn't get the rebound, but Daly's able to come up with it. And now a whistle, jump ball is called. Possession stays with Northwestern.
And good hustle by Ade Musayo, who just checked in, was able to get a hand on it. The ball was batted around.
Lau will inbound. Northwestern looking to reclaim the lead here. Doesn't go to Daly. Trying to get it to Harder. It's stripped away by Garzon. Bargesser, quick up ahead. Kicks it out. Lau deflects it away. Bargesser's able to get it right back. Chesky penetrates the paint. Pull-up shot off the rim and in.
Good job by Chesky to improvise there. Little fading away to the left. That is one of the more difficult shots in the game of basketball. Chesky made it look easy.
Lau swings it over to Harder, right back to Lau. Screen from Ade Musayo. Lau fires a three. Airballs it short.
That's an ill-advised shot from Caroline Lau. Lau only shoots 23% from three. That's a step back from 5 feet behind the line with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Nothing about that's a good shot. And McEwen agrees as he immediately goes to his bench and inserts Samaya Walton for Caroline Lau.
And I think Lau knew that by the look on her face as she went towards the bench on that play.
And as a veteran, as an upperclassman now, Caroline Lau, a junior, that's the kind of shot that you can't take. As a freshman, a sophomore, starting point guard in the Big Ten, that's forgivable if not acceptable, but at this point in her career, it really is neither thing.
A very nice play by Striplin to get downhill and finish and get the foul called. She'll head to the line for an and one opportunity.
Yeah, just good interior passing by Indiana. They've done that a couple times. A high post, low post pass resulting in points and resulting in a foul. This time, Samaya Walton laid on the help.
Striplin, the senior on this team, fires the free throw, rolls right in. Going back, though, to that Caroline Lau shot, not to harp on it just too much, but only 2 combined points in her last 2 games, so clearly trying to find that offensive output. That shot there just a little bit off from her, ended up being short. Harder with the pass to Daly. She'll fire a three. It's good! Mel Daly, I believe that's her second three of the season.
And only on her 5th attempt, but she took that with confidence, Dylan. She fired that immediately. And that's something you don't really see from a shooter like Mel Daly, who rarely, if ever, attempts threes.
Of course, she was known as mid-range Mel last year, turning a little bit into long-range Mel on that play. Parrish with the kick out. Chesky goes towards her left, able to find Striplin, now down low Garzon. Garzon working, 1 on the shot clock, the kick out. Chesky, late 3 off the rim. Daly's comes down with it.
Great defense by Northwestern there, just not giving up any drives, making life difficult for Chesky, for Garzon, for Striplin, and forcing a tough shot.
Another mid-range jumper from Daly connects. 1-point game once again. Garzon up ahead to Bargesser. Cuts inside, spinning. The shot is blocked by Ade Musayo. The rebound opportunity is converted by Striplin.
Good heads-up play by Striplin to follow that shot, but on this side, when Mel Daly gets hot, there are very few players in the Big Ten as fun to watch, and she's got 9 already. Safe to say she's on the cusp of getting hot.
Daly at the top of the key, goes downhill, but just loses it out of bounds. They're going to say it bounced off of Parrish. Now the referees change their mind. Possession does stay with Indiana.
And that is what they call. Already has 4 assists. She only averages 2.5 a game this season, but she's a sneaky good passer with 2 assists to every turnover and has 14 in her last 3 games coming in. And so make that 17 now in her last 4 with plenty of time to play.
Another basket there from Striplin, extends the lead to 5. Daly with possession now, gets called for a travel, trying to get around Parrish.
So back-to-back turnovers from Mel Daly since I said she's starting to get hot, and I will say she's no longer starting to get hot. Maybe that'll help her.
Parrish inbounds it over to Chesky as she cuts up court. Now Garzone bounces off of Jones, gets called for an offensive foul.
Strickland's feet just weren't set. She set the screen and just started moving too early, trying to roll and get open, but number one rule as a screener, before you become a roller, you have to finish being a screener, and that means staying still until the ball handler is safely passed.
Lau looking for the pass, finds Taylor Thomas. Now Williams, the cross-court pass to Jones. Jones, slow with it, looking for the pass, finds Thomas, back over to Williams. Williams, the pass goes a little high for Jones, 8 on the shot clock. Takes the screen from Thomas, cuts to her right, going downhill, 4 on the shot clock. Jones with the nice move and the nice finish.
Good job by Kyla Jones. Recognize the time on the clock and just go to work. Get herself a bucket.
Moore McNeil kicks it out to Parrish. Cuts in, swings it over to Moore McNeil. Chesky, guarded by Lau, cuts to her right. Back over to Parrish. She'll get downhill into the paint. The runner is no good. Tipping out of bounds. Possession for Northwestern.
Good job by Northwestern to stay in front. They've had a tough time of keeping up with these Indiana players moving laterally. Better job there. Parrish still had a little space, but the shot was made more difficult, and she ended up missing it.
Lau across half court. 3-point game here in Evanston. Jones finds Daly all the way at the logo. Very slow with it. Just dishes it over to Williams. Into the paint, kicks it out for Daly. She'll fire another 3, won't go. Rebound comes out for Williams. She'll find Daly. Daly the pull-up jumper right off the rim. Tipped right out of bounds. Jones able to save it and throw it off of Garzone.
Mel Daly playing a special kind of confidence today. I mean, she missed both the shots on that possession, but to take 2 threes in one game, which she hasn't done pretty much all year, and then to follow that up with a layup in the contested in the paint, as Lau misses a 3, that takes a special kind of flush it immediately that not a lot of players have.
Lau with another missed 3, as you said there. And that play from Kyla Jones as well, just to keep possession for Northwestern, was incredibly impressive. That's that veteran knowledge from Jones. Daly, mid-range jumper, off the rim. The rebound comes over to Moore McNeil. Williams with a nice steal, is not able to save it before it goes out of bounds.
And that's the second time Northwestern's run that exact same out-of-bounds play designed for Mel Daly. She comes across 2 screens, catches the ball in the corner, and then she's supposed to come around a screen, come in the other way, get the defense all mixed up, and get an open jumper. That time, Taylor Williams was a little late setting that second screen for Daly, and Indiana's defense was able to be in good position, forcing Daly to take the shot from farther out than she would have liked.
Down low, Garzone gets the shot underneath the basket, but won't fall. Thomas with the rebound. Lau up ahead the other way. Gets underneath the basket along the baseline, finds Daly. She'll look for the pass now. Cuts to her right, dishes it to Jones. Jones running downhill, attacks the lane, misses on the shot, but gets her own rebound. 6 on the shot clock, pass goes off of the foot of Garzone. So there will be 6 seconds on the shot clock here, and an inbound coming up for Northwestern. We'll see what type of inbound play they run out of this one.
And interestingly, they said the ref changed his mind. He was about to call a kickball, which would have reset the shot clock to 20. Instead, he motions over that it went off her hand, and so shot clock stays at 6, and Northwestern is going to have to get a shot off quickly.
Inbound goes to Daly. From the elbow, a shot just off the rim. 1 minute to go in this first half. Lexus Bargesser up ahead for Parrish. Gives it right back to Bargesser. Now over towards the near side, it's Garzone. She'll cut to her right and find Chesky. The feed back to Bargesser. Bargesser towards the top of the key. Cuts to her right. Now spins at the elbow. Kicks it out to Parrish. She'll shoot a 3. Won't go. Jones with the rebound. Jones will slow it down at half court and give over to Caroline Lau. Lau very slow, happy to use a little bit of this clock with 25 seconds remaining. About an 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lau to her right, finds Daly. Daly from the free throw line, shot won't go. Rebound bounces around, Gerzone comes down with it. Quick feed up ahead for Parrish. She'll attack the paint, the easy layup rolls right in. Mel Daly back to Lau, 6 seconds to go in the half. Lau at the logo, cuts to her left, driving in, the layup won't go, and that will do it for the end of the first half. Indiana leads 31-26.
And a tough end of the half for Northwestern. They had got right back in it immediately to start the second quarter, but finished the first half missing their final 8 shots. 5 of those were Mel Daly.
Out in the first half, Indiana will start with the ball to start the third quarter with the 5-point lead. Parrish over to Gerzone. Finds Meister. She'll look for the pass. Will hit Gerzone as she'll cut into the free throw line. Pulls up, shoots, and scores.
Indiana really needs to get Gerzone going. Just 5 first half points, but a good start there in the second half.
Lau with the dish to Walsh, who's able to swing it to Williams down low, working in the paint, kicks it out to Jones. Now Lau, far corner 3, short off the rim. Tips off of the hands of Parrish, but she's able to get it right back. Now Chesky, slow with it. Lau now 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Williams able to come down with that rebound and move up ahead quickly. Now slows it down, finds Lau. Her pass intercepted, but Walsh gets it back. Swings it over to Williams, and they'll reset. Now Casey Harder, who's yet to score in this game, will drop back. Cut around the outside. Lau drops it to Kyla Jones. She'll shoot a 3. Won't go off the rim. Gerzone gets the rebound. Lead pass to Moore McNeil. She'll pull up, find Parrish. Fake the 3. Now gives it over to Chesky. Very slow with it. 15 on the shot clock. Moore McNeil back to Chesky. At the top of the key, it's Parrish. Now Gerzone. Finds Meister. 6 on the shot clock. Meister holding. Now gives over to Gerzone. She gets around Jones. Little runner for a shot. Won't go. Meister fighting for the rebound. Williams is not able to save it. It goes off of her hands.
A good defensive possession for the Cats, but so far in this first half, they've had 3-pointers attempted by Caroline Lau, who shoots 23% from 3 coming in, and Kyla Jones, who shoots 27%. So low quality looks for the Cats coming out of halftime. We saw that in the first quarter. They had a deficit of 9. They have to be careful here, or they're going to have a deficit of 9 yet again.
3 from Gerzone, too much on it. And Williams with the rebound. Lau for Harder. Looking for the pass, goes down low for Walsh. She gets shoved by Meister and draws the foul.
Good job by Walsh to establish position. There wasn't much that Meister could do there other than let Walsh catch it deep or foul her. Not a bad foul for Meister, just her first of the game.
Lau to inbound, finds Daly. She'll drop it off for Walsh. She'll spin in the paint, put a shot off the backboard. No. Williams, the rebound, won't go. She's fouled. We'll head to the line for 2.
And that's what Taylor Williams does so well, is a rebound offensively. That's her 7th rebound already of this game. Just tremendous work on the glass and her 2nd offensive rebound.
Averages a little over 9 rebounds per game, so coming up close to that average. Heading to the free throw line, already with 8 points in this game. That free throw connects. 54.4% from the charity stripe this season. 33-27 the lead in favor of the Hoosiers. Second free throw from Williams is good as well, up to double-digit points now for her.
And McEwen has to love her action. Taylor Williams, 10 points, 7 rebounds. She's been all over the floor, all over the glass, only missed 1 shot. She's played one of her finest games of the season so far.
Chesky's pass doesn't exactly connect with Gerzone, but she gets it back. Now Parrish with the pass to Meister. Back out to Parrish. She'll drive in towards her right. Spinning against Williams. Puts up a shot off the glass. No. Rebounded by Lau.
Tremendous defense by Williams, too. She's doing it on both sides.
Walsh with the ball. Turnaround jumper right in. Lead down to 3 for Indiana. More McNeil flying up the court. Now slows it down, finds Parrish. Garzone with the pass intercepted by Walsh.
Meister just abandoned space right as Garzone threw the pass in. Walsh didn't have great position, but Meister left the area and Walsh had an easy steal.
Underneath, Harder just misses with the shot, and now a foul is called on her.
And that's the product. You get a shot like that when you just haven't been in rhythm all game. First shot attempt for Casey Harder, as we see Kaylee Walsh exploiting her height, just letting the shot fly. But first shot attempt for Casey Harder, who scores 7.5 a game. And when you're not in an offensive rhythm like that, sometimes you miss the bunnies. You feel rushed, you feel a little bit pressure, and that time cost her 2 points.
Parrish working down low. The pass to Striplin. A nice spin move, but the shot won't fall. And now Lau up the other way. Pass is intercepted. Was looking for Daly. Parrish with the nice defensive play. Now working down low, finds Striplin the easy layup for 2 points. Lead back up to 5.
And Lau is pressing a little bit. She had a beautiful pass to Harder, who missed the layup, then tried to throw another perfect pass, and when you try to make the perfect pass, it usually just ends up being a turnover, and Caroline Lau's got 1 assist and 4 turnovers today.
Williams almost lost it, now makes a nifty move and scores. What a move by Taylor Williams. Chesky back the other way, guarded by Daly, will have to push back. More McNeil holding. Players motioning around. Striplin looking for the pass to Arizona is taken away by Mel Daly. Daly on the fast break. The layup on the way from her is good. This is a 1-point game.
Great hands there and good speed by Mel Daly to jump on that loose ball, and nobody in front of her but open floor.
More McNeil to Garzone. Finds Striplin. Striplin looking for the pass. Is able to hit Garzone. Back to more McNeil, right at the free throw line, kicks it out. Garzone, a 3 from her, short off the rim. Striplin comes down with it. Pass all the way to the other side of the court for Parrish. Guarded by Williams, loses it, but gets it back. Quick pass to Striplin, she'll fire a mid-range shot, that's good. 37-34, Indiana leads.
Striplin has really simplified her game this year. Last season, attempted 58 threes, only 7 this year, just taking the shot she knows how to make and shooting 59% from the floor, so succeeding at that.
Kaylee Walsh 3, bullseye! This game is tied.
And that's 2 threes now for Kaylee Walsh, who's only made 8 coming into the season in 13 games played. Make that 10.
Tied at 37, just over 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. More McNeil. Over to Striplin, looking for the pass down low. Instead, we'll hand it off to Chesky. 6 on the shot clock. Chesky goes to her right, downhill, kicks it out. Garzona 3, good!
Now we are going back and forth, seeing a little of that offensive firepower. Yarden Garzone had come up short on a couple of open looks. That time she did not make a mistake.
Harder, controlling with possession. Guarded by Garzone, will dump it off to Walsh. Over to Daly, she'll take the screen from Walsh, gets down low, and a foul is called. That'll go against Indiana. So a 3-point lead for Indiana.
Moves and sweet up and under finishes. And on the other side, Caroline Striplin's points have been a little more quiet. The feature of the offense has been Yarden Garzone, has been Sydney Parrish, but Striplin has just found her space, a couple of follow-up rebounds, and a couple of timely jump shots, and she's the leading scorer of the day.
Daly unhappy with that call. The officials are going to rule that it went off of her going out of bounds on that previous play. Going back to Striplin. Striplin coming off the bench as well to be the leading scorer. She really gets solid work off of that bench, averaging 8.8 points per game, had a 27-point game earlier this year against Penn State, and really having a nice day so far.
And just so efficient from the field, too. I mean, shooting almost 60% on the season coming in, as Chesky hits her first three of the game, shooting almost 60% coming in, up to near 75% here today.
Chesky giving a little bit of cushion to the Indiana lead, pushing it back up to 6. Harder with the pass over to 3, Sullivan. Jones left open on the near side. Will find Grace Sullivan, long mid-range jumper that connects from Sullivan. And now a timeout called by Joe McEwen.
I like that timeout. I mean, you got a bunch of
Opportunity for the Wildcats, facing some good competition here.
And to be honest, when you play in the Big Ten, every night there's good competition. 13 teams in the top 50 of the net. Indiana just one of many. They go on the road next week and play 2 teams in the top 6 of the net in UCLA and USC.
And we've seen this Northwestern team as well play really well against Michigan on the road this season, losing a tough one late in the 4th quarter. But so they are used to playing good competition. Have that win against Utah, the win against UNLV. Chesky fires a 3 that won't go, and Thomas comes down with the rebound. And Northwestern is sticking around here, only trailing by 4 in this 3rd quarter.
This is a pressure point for Northwestern. Neither Taylor Williams nor Kaylee Walsh is on the floor, going with Sullivan and Taylor Thomas, both backup bigs. And Northwestern's going to have to win these minutes, or else this is going to look like a very bad lineup decision.
Taylor Thomas will shoot a 3 right off the rim. Bargesser is able to come down with it. She'll bring it up the court herself. Drops it over to Garzone. Now the feed goes over to Parrish. Chesky swings it over the other way. Bargesser right along the baseline. 14 on the shot clock. Gets into the paint, looks down low. The pass gets over to Striplin, and now a foul is called on the floor against Taylor Thomas.
Thomas just a step slow defensively there. And I just mentioned neither Walsh nor Williams on the floor. Now both of them coming back on the floor as one set of 2 bigs will sub out for the other set. Still a pressure point though. Northwestern trailing by 4, 2 minutes left. They've got to keep it within 2 possessions here heading into the 4th quarter.
Bargesser at the top of the key. Holds, waiting for a pass. Dishes it over to Chesky on the near side. 8 on the shot clock. Bargesser gets downhill into the paint. She gets called for the travel.
Great defense there, and Bargesser just extending a step too far. Fantastic help defense. Northwestern crowding the paint and able to force Bargesser to drag that pivot foot.
Harder brings it up the court. Pressure from Chesky at the logo. Harder controls. Still yet to get on the scoreboard. Only the 1 shot in the game for Harder. She'll pass down low for Williams. Williams tries to back in. Will hit Jones, who will shoot a 3. That's short off the rim. Rebound bounces around, comes out for Parrish. Now the pass over towards the near side. Daly almost jumped it, but Bargesser was able to go. Now Indiana can go 5 on 4. Daly's able to come back. Parrish over towards the far side to Chesky. Chesky trying to get past Harder. A nice spin move into the paint, blocked by Harder.
Good job by Northwestern to defend the 5 on 4, especially a good job by Casey Harder to understand that Bargesser was going to pass that ball and not give up the open 3. And then Harder with the recovery and the swat of Shea Chesky.
And that's what Harder does. She might, if she doesn't have a great day offensively, she's still going to give you that terrific defense. Bargesser at the top of the key. 6 on the shot clock. Goes towards her left. Gets downhill. The layup, another block. This time from Kyla Jones. Jones, the fast break up ahead. Into the paint. The layup rolls in. 2-point game here in Evanston.
Nobody stopped the ball. Kyla Jones coast to coast there. The block picked up her own rebound and nobody got in front of her. She just went all the way down the court and scored it.
Nearing 3 minutes without a point for Indiana. 1 second differentiates the shot clock and the Gamecock in this 3rd quarter. Garzone finds Meister. Pass towards Parrish. She'll let a 3 fly. Good! A great way to end the 3rd quarter for Indiana as they're able to push the lead back to 5. Now takes the inbound and tries to get Northwestern back into this game. We'll pass it over to Walsh. Now towards the near side, Daly. Looking down low for Williams. She'll spin around and look for a pass. Working against Parrish. Just drops it off for Casey Harder. 8 on the shot clock. Harder goes towards her right. Gets inside. Puts up a shot. It's blocked by Meister.
Tremendous action by Lily Meister that time. Peels also peels off of Kaylee Walsh, which is a dangerous thing to do unless you're certain that pass is not going to come in. And that time, made the right decision.
Quick inbound play for Walsh, won't go. Williams on the rebound, won't get it to go, but she's fouled. Very nice play from Williams with about 1 second left on the shot clock.
And that leaves Taylor Williams 1 rebound short of a double-double. She's got 12 and 9 today. Currently 5 double-doubles on the season. That's 8th in the Big Ten. Looking for her 6th here tonight.
Northwestern with 3 players in double digits. Taylor Williams, one of those 3. They have 5 different players on the season averaging in double digits. One of only 3 teams in the Big Ten to do so. Williams tries to add to her total today. The free throw connects. 46-42 with 9.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Williams again from the charity stripe. 3 for 3 on the day. Make that 3 for 4. However, I believe they're going to say that Moore McNeil left early on that one. So it'll be a lane violation on Moore McNeil. Williams will get to shoot again. Score remains 46-42. Another try from Taylor Williams. This time it's good. It's a 1-possession game. Moore McNeil up at the logo, guarded by Daly. Takes the screen from Parrish. Very slow with it, motioning players around. Hits Parrish with the pass. Back over to Meister. Now it's Gearzone. Gearzone up to 10 points on the day. Vargasser looking for the pass down low. Meister with a nice move. Can't get the finish. Rebound won't go. She's fouled by Williams.
And I believe Williams actually got a piece of that first shot. Looked like she altered the spin just a little bit, and ball ended up rolling all the way around and out. And although Williams picks up the foul on the second shot, if Meister only makes 1 out of 2, it qualifies as a good foul.
Only the first foul of the day from Taylor Williams. Meister connects on the free throw. Meister shooting at 69.4% from the line this season. Gets the second one to roll in. So lead back up to 5. Meister now up to 6 points on the day. Harder drops it off for Daly. A quick pass over to Kyla Jones. She'll cut to her right around the screen from Walsh. Now spinning into the paint. Backs off, looks for a pass. Cross-court pass over to Harder. Harder backs off against Vargasser. 6 on the shot clock. Goes around the screen from Williams. Gets downhill. The layup won't go. She's fouled on the way up.
Casey Harder imposing her will on the defense that time. Backed the ball out. Went to work. The Indiana defense just crashed on top of her that time. Getting bumped by Gearzone and earning 2 free throws.
She's looking for her first points of the game. 80% free throw shooter on the year. Casey Harder has had a really nice stretch of games coming into this one. Has been a really solid 3-point shooter on the year, shooting 41.3%, and has made a 3 in each of her last 6 games, but yet to shoot a 3 so far today. The free throw from her rolls in and out, so still scoreless on the day.
But Harder, even scoreless, is still a +2 in the plus-minus column, despite the fact that Northwestern losing by 5. That shows a little bit of how valuable she is to this team. Even missing both free throws, it's just not her night offensively, but still contributing defensively, and good enough for Coach Joe McCune that even in a night where she doesn't have it going offensively, she's playing a lot of minutes.
The ball bounced off of the official in what it would have gone out of bounds, but it stays a live ball. Now Meister at the top of the key.
Refs are a part of play in basketball.
Quick shot from Moore McNeil, right off the rim. Williams with the rebound. She's up to a double-double now today. Jones into the paint, loses it, but is fouled going up for the shot.
Yeah, refs are a part of play, so any ball that deflects off a ref gets played like it. And a good job by Northwestern to stick with it, despite the momentary confusion. And this time, Kyla Williams, the little crossover. Sydney Parrish tried to tie her up, but couldn't get enough of the ball.
3rd foul on the day for Sydney Parrish. Kyla Jones, another free throw that misses. Now 3 straight from the charity stripe that have missed from the Wildcats.
It's just missed opportunities. Northwestern looking to chip away at a 5-point lead that they've been staring at pretty much all night. You cannot miss 3 straight free throws, and finally, the Cats get one to drop.
48-44 now, 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Moore McNeil, guarded by Jones, gives it over to Garzone. She'll hit Chesky with her pass. To the top of the key goes Meister. Now Moore McNeil controls again, right back to Garzone. 10 on the shot clock. Harder guarding Garzone. Pass towards the near side to Chesky. She'll attack the paint. The layup from her floats off the rim. Picked up by Williams. Now Harder. Really slowing things down. The pass to Walsh. Deflects off of Garzone, and Garzone's able to pick it right up. Stolen once again by Walsh. So Northwestern will take control after a couple sloppy seconds from both sides. Casey Harder at the logo. Backing Garzone off. Pulls up, now looking for the pass. Spinning against Garzone. Is able to find Daly. Now Williams underneath the basket is going to draw the foul against Sydney Parrish. Should be her 4th on the day.
And the 4th team foul just 3 minutes into this quarter. So Northwestern will inbound the ball on the baseline here, but every foul following, they'll attempt 2 free throws.
That foul actually came against Lily Meister, so that's only her 2nd of the day. Harder to inbound, as you mentioned. Comes out to Walsh. She'll just hand it right over to Daly as she tries to get a play running. Daly goes to her right against Bargesser. Kicks it out to Harder. Harder doesn't get a shot away. Now looks down low for a pass to Walsh. Walsh, turnaround shot, rolls in and out of the rim. She gets fouled.
Northwestern now doing a really good job of drawing fouls. That'll be Striplin's 3rd. The Cats are being aggressive in the paint, and Indiana is playing a physical brand of basketball, which has paid off in the first 3 quarters, but Northwestern doing a better job of taking advantage of it here in the 4th. And they are in the bonus with 6:48 to play in the game, and that could play a major factor.
Walsh from the free throw line is good on the first one.
Kaylee Walsh, such a good free throw shooter, over 90% for the season. You wouldn't necessarily expect that from a big, but Kaylee Walsh works on that shot, has good touch from the perimeter, and knocks down 2 free throws.
Now up to 12 points on the day after making those 2 and bringing the lead down to 2. Quick pass up to Bargesser. Indiana trying to work fast. Now they slow it down. Moore McNeil gets the return from Parrish. Drops it off to Stripling. Chesky cutting into the paint. Goes around Daly. Whistle is blown for the foul. Count the foul and the bucket.
Wow. That was a nice move by Chesky, but that really felt like a foul on the floor. That felt like she got fouled on her first step. We'll watch the replay here. Yeah, she got bumped there. Took a whole extra step before flipping it up. A generous call from the refs, but nonetheless, a good job by Shea Chesky to play through contact and finish with that left hand.
Maggie Lyon on the Northwestern bench was not happy with the call. But Chesky gets the free throw line and connects on the free throw. Lead back up to 5. Harder moving up ahead. Guarded by Chesky. Harder goes to her left. Drops it off to Jones, now Daly. Daly working. Attacks the paint, kicks out to Harder. A 3 from her, good! First points of the day from Casey Harder, and it could not have come at a better time.
And extending her made 3 streak to 1 in the last 7 games, and more importantly, cutting the lead to 2.
Stripling out to Chesky. A 3 from her, got it! Back-to-back 3s from both sides.
Chesky sneakily up to 13 points, tied for the team lead.
Williams will find Jones on the pass. Every time Northwestern scores, Indiana has an answer. Jones with a shot, no good. Draws the foul.
And we are going back and forth here. Indiana still leading by 5. We see Mel Daly distributing. Casey Harder on the receiving end. And on the other side, it's Shea Chesky, the catch, the fire, the money ball, and she gets knocked down.
So Kyla Jones to the line now. 5 points on the day, is 1 for 2 from the line. Looking to bring this back into a one-possession game for Northwestern. First shot from her is short. So no matter what, this will stay at least a two-possession game.
And Northwestern leaving points on the board here. They've missed 4 free throws in the fourth quarter alone in a 5-point game.
Jones fires and misses the second one, and another lane violation gets called against Indiana. So now the second lane violation of the quarter.
And that time it was for, I believe they called that one of the Indiana players illegally, Chloe Moore McNeil put her hand into the shooting lane, and then the refs now wave it off.
So the lane violation actually is going to be called against Northwestern after discussion, it appears.
That confused me. I mean, Moore McNeil put her hand into the lane, which is not allowed, especially the timing with which she did it. And I didn't see any Northwestern players cross the line, but apparently a violation against the Cats.
Now Indiana trying to extend the lead. Moore McNeil underneath is blocked by Walsh. Ball trickles out of bounds.
Good help defense timing by Mel Daly, swooping in from the weak side to knock that ball away and make Moore McNeil bobble it. So you'll see, gets that hand in there, and then Walsh comes down and gets the block.
Parrish finds Bargesser. Right back to Parrish. She lets a three fly, no good. Rebound comes out, Striplin gets it. Moore McNeil slows things down. 5-point lead, just over 5 minutes to go. Back over to Parrish, she'll hand it off to Moore McNeil. Fakes a couple of passes, now pulls up, drops it over to Striplin. Striplin, turnaround jumper, won't go. Williams with the rebound.
And a huge stand for Northwestern. Left 2 points on the free throw line on one end, but able to stop Indiana from scoring despite a couple good opportunities.
Harder to Daly. She cuts to her left from the free throw line. Yes! 54-51, back to a one-possession game. Chesky, guarded by Harder. Drops it to Bargesser. She'll move to her left. Jones almost intercepted the pass. Now down low, Bargesser underneath the basket. There's the easy 2 points.
A miscommunication at the top of the key between Harder and Taylor Williams, and that allowed Bargesser to just stand all alone right underneath the hoop. It's an unforgivable mistake with 4 minutes left in a close game.
Harder at the logo. Backs in against Chesky. Now moves to her right. Finds Walsh. Down low, Williams into the paint. Triple teamed, kicks out to Harder. Now Daly, 8 on the shot clock. Mid-range jumper, good! Back and forth action we go here in Evanston. 56-53, under 4 to go. Parrish finds Bargesser. Bargesser to Chesky, now over to Parrish. She'll bring it over to the top of the key for Moore McNeil. Now waits, moves in from the free throw line, finds Chesky. She'll move to her left, trying to get around Harder, spinning for the shot clock. Foul is called against Casey Harder.
Just too many fakes from Shea Chesky.
Keeping it this close late, no matter what the outcome of this matchup is, as Chesky hits on this free throw. Obviously Northwestern would love to come away with a win, but Indiana doing a nice job just keeping this at bay. Chesky's second free throw is good, lead up to 5. Casey Harder brings it up the floor. We have not seen Caroline Lau in quite some time. Kyla Jones gives it over to Sullivan, who comes in for Kaylee Walsh. In, the floater won't go. Sullivan gets the rebound and puts it in.
Tremendous follow from Grace Sullivan. Close to and over the back, but able to grab that rebound high enough to not be whistled, and the wherewithal to put it back up and in and cut this lead to 1 possession.
Chesky dishes it down low. Meister with the shot, rolls in and out, and Williams comes down with the rebound. Now up to 13 rebounds on the day for Taylor Williams. Casey Harder. Northwestern can tie it on this possession with a 3. Drops it off to Daly. Now Jones at the top of the key. Jones drives downhill, layup, good! 1 point game inside Welsh Ryan Arena. Now it's Chloe Moore McNeil at the logo. Guarded by Daly. Goes to her left, kicks it out. Bargesser tries to get inside. Spinning, turning around, finds Chesky at the free throw line. Some contact, and the foul's called before the shot.
And Northwestern, that was their last foul to give, so Taylor Williams picks up a foul, but Indiana will have to inbound on the sideline. But from here on out, both teams, every time they get fouled, it'll be 2 free throws. With 2:02 to play and a 1-point game, that will surely be a factor.
Both teams have lots of timeouts to use as well if this gets close as we continue. Gearzone with the pass, deflected away, and Williams is able to save it. Northwestern can take the lead on this possession with a score. Harder past half court. Guarded by Chesky, goes around the screen. Looking for the pass down low, here's Sullivan. Kicks it out for Daly. Daly, mid-range, from the elbow, she knocks it down! Northwestern leads!
And Mel Daly has it going in the 4th quarter. She's got 6.
Moore McNeil, 1:20 to go in this game. Gearzone, guarded by Jones, finds Chesky at the top of the key. Gives it over to Meister. She looks for the pass. Meister drops it off for Chesky. Chesky pulls up for 3. Got it! Shea Chesky gives Indiana the lead. Quick timeout.
And Joe McEwen is livid on the sideline. He wanted a moving screen for Indiana. Did not get the call. And the guts from Shea Chesky. She's been hot in this 4th quarter. Knocks down that 3. And it's a 2-point lead for Indiana. This is as close a game as we've seen here at Welsh Ryan Arena all year. As we look at Shea Chesky working around the screen. The cold-blooded 3.
Just unreal shot. Chesky now up to 18 points. Here was the shot from Daly that sent Welsh Ryan exploding to give Northwestern that lead. A close finish coming up late. I mean, we've seen lots of games where the game against UNLV going into overtime here at this arena. The game against Utah coming down to a near buzzer beater finish. I mean, Northwestern has played in these situations before. Still in this timeout now. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. And for Indiana, of course, they had won 6 straight before that loss to UCLA. We see Chesky's numbers here, 3 for 6 from deep, and none of those bigger than her latest 3 to put Indiana back up top. Northwestern looking to end a 3-game losing streak and looking to pick up their first Big Ten victory before going on the road to LA.
And what's so impressive about Shea Chesky is she's got 14 of her 18, and all 3 of those threes have come in the second half, and particularly 11 points and 2 made threes here in the 4th quarter. She has the clutch gene for this Indiana team, and it's clear who Coach Moore entrusts with the ball in her hands.
Last year's Big Ten honorable mention. She's now had 5 straight games of double-digit scoring. Harder with some heavy contact, and a foul is going to be called on Chesky, I believe, as she ran into Taylor Williams, who was setting the screen all the way in the backcourt.
Chesky's a little bit shaken up getting up from that, and understandable, a collision with Taylor Williams, who is not easy to move. Knocked her down. Taylor Williams, a very sturdy body setting screens, and she's going to get a chance to tie the game with 2 free throws.
She is 4 for 4 from the line today, up to 14 points. Williams settles in, now fires, and misses the first one. So Indiana will remain in the lead no matter what after this free throw. Williams' second attempt. Lets it go, and this one is good. So it's a 1-point game here in Welsh Ryan Arena.
And Williams, only a 54% shooter, 5 for 6 today, but the miss is costly.
Chesky wide open, able to get over to Meister for the finish. Lead back up to 3 for Indiana. Harder controlling. They're going to have to move quickly. Only 46 seconds remain. Daly, guarded by Moore McNeil, goes towards her left, into the paint, pulls up with a shot, short off the rim, and Moore McNeil comes down with the rebound.
You don't have to foul. It's still a three-point game. Oh, but McCune wants the foul, and Daly's going to pick it up.
That will send Moore McNeil to the line for 2 free throws.
So I was saying you don't have to foul. There's over a 7-second difference between shot and game clock. But if you don't
a lot
foul,
of pressure.
Right, a lot of pressure to get a stop, and then a quick score or even a 3. With fouling, you extend the game. Not only does Moore McNeil have to make her free throws, but then Northwestern has a lot more time to score, get a steal or foul again. And so the game's going to be extended here, and it'll be up to Moore McNeil to shoot free throws 75% on the year. And she hasn't scored yet today, averaging over 9 points per game. Chance to finally get on the board here.
Teske, the first free throw is good. Pushes this to a 2-possession game. Moore McNeil with a chance to make it a 5-point game, around where it has stood for the majority of tonight. Fires, and it's good. Timeout for Northwestern with 29.7 seconds remaining here.
And a tough break for the Cats. Mel Daly has been so good in this fourth quarter before they go on probably their toughest 2-game stretch of the entire season.
Down by 2 possessions, they need a score here. Jones inbounds to Harder. Harder finds Daly, down low for Walsh, into the paint, can't get a shot away, and Parrish, believe, stepped out of bounds. Possession will stay with Northwestern as they catch a break.
Ridiculously good defense by Sydney Parrish there. Kaylee Walsh bumped her primary defender, I believe Moore McNeil, out of the way, and Parrish was just ready and waiting for Walsh, who thought she had an easy layup, instead got tied up.
Harder to inbound. Can't get it away, floats it over to Daly. Daly with the pass over to Jones. 20 seconds to go. They have to get a shot away soon. Jones trying to get downhill. Foul is called on Indiana. That's going to go against Sydney Parrish.
And that's her 4th foul, but to be honest, with the way Kyla Jones has shot free throws today, Indiana can probably live with that foul. She's going to be up to Kyla Jones, who's 1 for 3 in the scorebook, had a 4th miss, or a 3rd miss, a 4th attempt, wiped away by a lane violation on Northwestern, so 0 points came from it nonetheless.
Jones misses on the first one, so this will remain a 2-possession game. Do you think about missing this free throw here, Eliav?
No, you make the free throw, you foul, you see what happens on the other end. Even if you make this free throw, even if Indiana makes both, it's still a 2-possession game. It's too early to think about missing free throws.
Jones is able to connect on it to bring the score to 4 points, a lead to 4 points. Indiana calls the timeout here.
And Caroline Lau is going to check back into this game on the defensive end, and for her ability to push the ball quickly, which Northwestern's going to need with just 16 seconds left.
This has been a basically 3 to 5 point game for the majority of it, pretty much since the start of the second quarter, when it was a 9-point lead for Indiana. Northwestern has tried crawling back into things, but Indiana has done a good enough job to just limit them just enough to stay in front. They call the timeout, will advance the ball past half court. Northwestern short of foul very quickly off of the inbound.
And the Cats going small here with Caroline Lau checking in for Kaylee Walsh. Lau is, I assume Northwestern's going to foul immediately here.
Their zone will inbounds, able to get it over to Moore McNeil, who is wide open, able to run some clock off. Ball goes over to Casey Harder, loose on the floor, jump ball. Possession goes towards Indiana, but precious seconds tick away for Northwestern.
And more importantly than precious seconds, the ball was just sitting right there for anyone to grab. Probably a missed call by the refs. Certainly, Chloe Moore McNeil got bumped. Whether it was enough to be called a foul or not up to me. But the ball was just sitting right there, and Casey Harder had a chance at it, but ended up doing nothing better than just a jump ball. And at the end of the day, Indiana retains possession And those 5 seconds are going to be costly.
Gerzone will inbound from the baseline now. Calls a timeout as nobody was open, so some good defense by Northwestern.
And Indiana will have just one timeout left after this one. But with 11 seconds left, a 4-point game, Northwestern is going to need just short of a miracle to send this one to overtime or come away with the win in regulation. And they've played a good game. Certainly, they've had their moments, they've had their runs offensively, and especially defensively. It's a high-powered Indiana offense. Scores 72 points per game, which is top 100 in the country. Held to just 65 today. Not shooting the ball particularly well. Just 22 for 56, under 40% from the day. So the Northwestern defense has done a good job, but they've left shooters open at inopportune times. We've seen Yarden Gerzone hit a couple of open threes. Sydney Parrish has hit a couple of wide open threes. And in the fourth quarter, it's been Shea Chesky who's been knocking down the clutch opportunities. And it's something Northwestern has to clean up. I mean, it won't be a factor in this game because Indiana is only going to be shooting free throws from here on out. But as they go west, they cannot be leaving good shooters open around the perimeter.
Well, you mentioned the free throws. That has been somewhat of a story today. This is a 4-point game. Indiana 13 for 14 from the line. Northwestern's only 9 for 15. They have missed 6 free throws in a 4-point game so far. So some crucial misses have hurt them in this fourth quarter. Gerzone will inbound. Trying to get it in. Finds Moore McNeil. Moore McNeil wastes some time. 9.9 seconds left now, and will head to the line for 2 shots.
And Moore McNeil, 75% shooter from the free throw line, has already made 2 today, and importantly is a grad student with a lot of experience playing on this team. 2-time All-Big Ten second team player, is a veteran, knows what she's doing on the floor, and this is a spot where you want your veterans and your leaders shooting the free throws at the end of games.
Northwestern has pretty much all of their 3-point shooters out on the floor right now as Moore McNeil hits on the first free throw. Walsh and Walton back into the game with 9.9 seconds. Second free throw from Moore McNeil misses. It'll be a 5-point game. Timeout from Joe McEwen.
And a good timeout because in women's basketball and women's college basketball, different from the men's sport, you get to advance the ball. So Northwestern doesn't lose much time. And we'll get to inbound from in front of half court where McEwen is going to have to draw up a quick hitter for a 3 here because even with a make, if you only get 2, you're relying on Indiana to miss 2 free throws. And with no timeouts left, you can't advance the ball again. So the quick hitter is going to be for a 3. If it goes in, you foul immediately, and then you've got about 5-6 seconds to bring the ball up the court, assuming the game is still within 1 possession. If you miss, they may foul, but they may just let it run out. And if they take it 2, they're going to foul, but Indiana just needs to make 1. So you have to imagine the play call here is going to be for Casey Harder or Mel Daly, the way she shot the ball today, even just the 1-3. You have to imagine one of them is going to get a look. Maybe Kaylee Walsh.
Also 2 threes made today.
And Zamaya Walton on the floor, but is not shooting the ball well so far this season.
It comes out to Walton. She'll let a 3 fly. She got it! 2-point game with 6.2 seconds remaining. Gerzone will inbound, runs the baseline, gets it into Chesky, and Lau will end up fouling her after about 2 seconds run off. McEwen thought the foul came a little bit earlier.
So did Caroline Lau, and Zamaya Walton make me eat my words right as I spit them out of my mouth. She stepped back 3, and the play was always going to her. Joe McEwen drawing up the plays, and the freshman, cold-blooded, but 1.9 seconds came off the clock after that 3 went in before the refs blew the whistle.
And Chesky goes to the line. That's not who you wanted to foul if you're Northwestern. 3 for 3 today. Hits on the first one, shooting over 94% from the line on the season. She can make this one here to possibly seal it. No timeouts for Northwestern. Her second free throw is good. 4-point game now. Northwestern has to move quick. Caroline Lau at half court lets it fly, and it rolls right in and out of the rim. Indiana comes away with the victory, 68-64, the final score here in Welsh Ryan Arena.
And a hard-fought victory for Indiana. They earned every bit of that one. We went back and forth, but in the end, Indiana comes out on top.
And for Indiana, that is now